everybody and welcome to day 11 in our hip series. Today we have mobility, we have strength, we have a little bit of balance that will all together raise, let's say, our awareness. It will raise the awareness of our body, what our body can do, how we can work with our body, and definitely will point to our weak spots so we know what to work on, where should our focus go. Once again, today we have 3 rounds of 10 exercises, and we will obviously repeat those exercises in those 3 rounds. Sorry, I got tangled a little bit in my own words. Every exercise is going to be performed for 1 minute, and again, there is no rest during the whole half an hour. Okay, obviously take your time to change the position, shake those legs if you need to during, that's fine. We don't need to rush to the new exercise. We're just trying to flow through it naturally and nicely. Okay, don't worry if you miss out on a couple seconds, that really isn't an issue. So we're gonna start today in a seated position, and it will be in a 90-90. So one leg will be in front of you in a 90-degree angle. Try to make sure that the knee is in the line with your hips, and the other leg will be also knee in the line with the hips and also 90-degree angle. Now, this already might be challenging for somebody. However, we can obviously try to bring some alternations. Just breathe through that. Try to sit as upright as possible during this mobility routine, during this mobility exercise, and make sure, try to resist that urge to lean to the open side, because some of us might feel the need. Support yourself with your hands on the inside and outside, and we will start with internal and external hip rotation. So we will try our best to alternate between lifting those legs up off the floor. So for the internal rotation, we'll try to bring up as high as possible the front leg, and for the external rotation we're gonna try to bring as high as possible the side leg, the rear leg. Now see, it already forces me to move my upper body. It's really difficult, so try your best. Now, in case that neither of it is accessible to you, that you just can't lift those legs, what you can try to do, still try to sit in this position, but try to lean. Just lean forward over that leg. You can put your hands in front of you, but just again, try not to turn. Try to keep your upper body as upright as possible. Go as far as it allows you, and then try to lean over the other leg. So you sort of keeping your shoulders, or trying to keep your shoulders in the line with your shin. Okay, so that's obviously an alternation. That's for 1 minute, then we swap, do the same on the other side. Afterwards, for more external rotation, we are going to sit in the frog position, or put ourselves in a frog position. I don't think that many of us can sit all the way down to the floor, but if you do, well done on you. Your mobility is very good indeed. Now, frog position, you sit, you spread your legs as wide as possible. Your hips are in the line with your knees, so you're not more back, you are in the line with your knees. Your heels are in the line with your knees, so make sure that your heels are not at the back too much, that they're not trying to go close to each other. Now you support yourself with your hands sort of just above your knees, and now without too much of upper body movement, you will try to lift those legs up. Again, try to lift the knee, try to keep the knee and the heel in the line. Okay, so don't lift just knee, or don't lift just heel. Just try to bring the whole leg up in the line. Okay, this will be really demanding for the external rotation. After that, we are going on sumo squat hops, let's say. All right, so sumo squat, wider stance squat, with your toes slightly pointing out. You're going down, down as you can. Now I would like you to stay in this position during the whole minute with your hands in front of you and without lifting your hips up too much. I would like you to try and just jump next to your hands, and from here you can go upright a little bit, place your hands back on the floor and just push yourself back to the starting position. Okay, but try to stay low with those hips all the time, as low as you can. Resist the urge to bring those hips up for this exercise. It will be demanding. If you need to obviously stop, then stop. If you need to bring those hips a little bit more up for this exercise, then do so. If for some reason this is just too much and you can't do it, simply perform regular sumo squats, or actually try to do plie squats. So try to go really exaggerate that stance, point those toes completely out and just go down to a plie squat. Okay, for this it's really important that you don't poke your hips out, that you keeping those hips in the line with your shoulders nice and open, don't round your back, and you just keep looking up. You can put your hands behind your head for this. That always helps to prevent the rounding back. If you put mindful of your elbows, you keep pushing those elbows away from each other, and then just lower under control as down as you can and push yourself up. So that could be the alternation for the sumo hops in case that they are just too difficult for you. Now afterwards we have one and then the other side of reverse plank in figure 4 form. So you will start just sitting with your knees bended, your palms underneath your shoulders with your fingers pointing towards your hips, towards your glutes. Then one leg will go over the other knee, and you use your hands to push yourself off the floor. You use that foot of the leg that is the foot that is on the floor. You use it to push yourself up, and those hips as towards the ceiling as possible. Okay, both sides of the hips should try to push through, and the knee of that bended leg, of the leg that is on the top, the knee should try to be pointing down. But be mindful, because as soon as you try to turn this knee down towards the floor, the hip on the other side will sort of want to go with it, but resist and try to push that hip towards the ceiling. Okay, so knee goes down but hip goes up for 1 minute, and then we obviously swap in onto the other side and do the same on the other side for another minute. Afterwards we got a little bit of balancing. So again, one side at a time. We are going to go from, you can have your hands in your waist, you can have them in prayer, it's up to you, whatever you prefer. We're gonna start with bringing knee close to our chest, as close as possible, and then without touching the floor, we will just bring it back, kick it back, to try to bring our whole body parallel to the floor. Make sure that the rear leg is nicely stretched. Try to really extend the knee. Don't have the knee bended. Don't keep the leg low. Try to bring it nice and up high. Also be mindful of the hips. Try not to rotate them. Try to keep them nice and parallel to the floor as well. 1 minute on one side, and then we obviously from here, without touching the floor again, we are going to again bring that knee as close to the chest as possible, and we just repeat this movement for the whole minute. 1 minute on one side, the other minute on the other side. Afterwards, you're gonna have a little break from that. We're just going to lie down on the floor like we would do for hip bridges. We will do hip bridges, however, I would like you to bring your feet together. Stay in the position as you are, you just bring your feet together. You push those hips obviously in the bridge position as high as you can. And you simply perform pulses. Only pulses, so we are only doing a very small movement all the way, keeping it up on the top the whole time. Keep those glutes really squeezed the whole time. You may indeed interlace fingers if you wish, so you go a bit higher. It's absolutely up to you, you don't have to. You can keep them next to your side, you can keep them above, whatever you prefer, but just keep those pulses going. And for our last exercise in each round, we have leg raises again to obviously work on those hip flexors. So nice and straight, like pointy toes. Keep those toes really pointed. Be mindful of that. Don't have them just hanging or don't flex them. Keep them nice and pointy. Once again, further away from your body, you will place your hand. More difficult that exercise is going to be. So it is up to you. You find your edge and you work on it. Don't worry how high you can or you cannot raise the legs. That's why we're doing this every time we're trying to improve, okay? So raise the legs, compress, and just try your best basically. There is no competition, we're just working on getting better. So that's our one round done, and we will repeat that for 2 more rounds again, so 3 rounds altogether. So I already said it will be, you will feel it definitely afterwards. Lots of mobility things, lots of stretching, lots of working on those hips, obviously strength as well. So yes, I believe that at the end of the session we will feel that part very much, but that's why we're here. Alright guys, so we are gonna go now 30 minutes with no break obviously. So if you want, whatever you need to do or want to do before we start, do it now, because I'm going to start some music. I will have a sip of drink as well myself. Start the timer and we will go for it. Okay. Everyone's ready? So we will start with the mobility. 90-90, lifting. Don't forget, if you can't lift, just lean. If you're trying to lift, try not to lean.
Hip rotations. Sumo. alternating front press. Sumo hops. Figure 4 plank. Swan. Knee to chest to warrior. Reach pulse feet together. Leg raises. Hip rotations. Swan. Alternating front press. Sumo hops. Figure 4 plank. Swap. Need to chess to warrior. Swap. Bridge pulse feet together. Leg raises. Hip rotations. Swarm. Alternating front press. Sumo horse. Figure 4 plank. Swan. Knee to chest to warrior. Swan. pulse feet together. Leg raises.
Ooh, well done. Shake those legs. Ooh, very good. Let me just turn the TV down. How did you get on, guys? I really would love to hear from you. How did you find it? Whether you managed to stay present and focus on every single and each exercise, whether you felt where the tension is, where the resistance is, whether you worked towards the resistance, whether you try to push a little bit through, please do drop me a comment. Now we are going to stretch. If you cannot stretch or don't want to stretch with me, then please go obviously for wherever you need to go. Have a fantastic day. Thank you for joining me. And for those who are willing to stay a little bit longer with me, then I will be back just in a moment. But I do need to have a drink, as always. Wow. So, not every session has to be necessarily sweaty and burning, but yes, this one I feel as well, definitely. Alright, let's start by shaking those legs off like that, guys. Let's just shake them off, walk them off a little bit, because it was challenging for sure. Fantastic. Okay, shall we take a nice deep breath and then just fold over and stretch a little bit our hamstrings, because they did work as well during those warriors poses, during the balancing. Okay, let's just hang down heavily, completely heavily. Your upper body is not resisting in any way, is not supporting you in any way. You're just hanging down. Your feet pushing and really pushing towards the floor. And your upper body is just melting down, hanging there. You can hold your elbows if you wish. You can discover some movement if that's what your body is asking for. From side to side, to swing. You can just stay still. Do whatever feels good to do right now. Right, as we are down here, we can try to just walk our hands towards the right side. Maybe, sorry, bring those feet closer together first, sorry about that. Then walk it towards your left, as you must have right, it doesn't matter, just to one side basically. You may indeed bend the opposing knee if you wish. If you can't reach the floor with your hands, just use your calves or eventually your thighs to move to the side. And go back to middle and straight towards the other side. Again, if you need to bend the opposing knee, opposing to the side that you turn into, please do so. Breathe through. Beautiful. Okay, go back to center and then slowly, mindfully just roll yourself to upright position. Looking at your belly button and raising your head up as a last piece of your body. Roll the shoulders if you want. You can, again, one big stretch. And you can go from side to side as well. Okay. Alright, shake those legs off again. And let's do a front fold. Seating fold. Okay, sit down on the floor, obviously. Now this time we are going to point the toes, we're going to flex them. And we are gonna start to bring our stomach closer to our thighs, then chest closer to our knees. And then eventually we might be able to reach our toes. If you are, fantastic. If not, stay where you can reach, but just keep pushing the stomach first. Okay, you're lengthening, you're not rounding, you're lengthening those muscles on your hamstrings. Keep looking over your toes. Fantastic. Breathe through. Beautiful. Alright, let's sit in a straddle. Now sit as wide as you can, with your legs as wide as you can. And we're gonna fold again. Again, we are bringing our stomach first. Then goes our chest. And we may be able to be on our forearms. If you feel the resistance, breathe through. If you feel like you can go a bit further, go further. Enjoy the stretch. And slowly go back up. Fantastic. Oh, beautiful, guys. Now, sit with one leg. Let's do it this way. Okay, so one leg is in front of you, not in 90 degree. Knee is right in front of your hips and heel is by your glutes. The other leg goes over, your foot goes over, stuck on the top of your knee. And now what we can do, we can bring that knee closer. We can push the knee closer to our body. You can try to obviously put your hand in it as well and really twist. Push your hand towards your knee to use it to twist the spine. You should feel it on the outside of your hips a little bit. You may do, you may not. If you don't feel it, you can take it further. You can try to fold those knees one over another. Bring that heel back. I can't do it, this is not accessible to me. So I will just do what I did just now. I will just try to twist and do the stretch this way. If you twist in, try to stay upright. Open the chest, don't round the shoulders. And then you will do the same on the other side. So, knee in the hips level, heel underneath the hips. Again, if your mobility is there, just move the leg behind. I can't do it. Okay, so I've got to just do my own thing. You adjust to your needs. Obviously, if this is too easy for you, if you can, then just take it to your own edge. And keep the chest open if you're with me. Don't round the shoulders. Keep looking over the shoulder behind you. Fantastic. Beautiful. You can just lie down on the floor for the last thing and just mindfully, intentionally take those knees from side to side. Amazing. Right. Once again, if you have time and if you want to, just keep stretching, play with it, find what feels good and do it. Otherwise, thank you for joining me again, guys. Amazing effort, fantastic work. Let me know, please. I can't wait to hear from you how you found this session and if you managed. And have a fantastic day, and I see you in day 12. Bye.